ACTV is proud to be associated with Go Global Realty.
Good day everyone, Melody Mojica here for another week of Asia News from the ACTV studios in the entertainment capital of the world to your home and anywhere on your device. Download the free app on your iPhone, iPad, or Android phone. Search for ACTV from your App Store or Play Store and watch Asia News anytime and anywhere, and share anything to all of your friends globally. And visit our website actvus.com for live streaming and more information. Here are these week's stories. An Associated Press story gives brand new hope to an economically devastated region. A slice of Appalachia along the Ohio River is still struggling decades after losing manufacturing jobs in the steel, aluminum, and glass industries to overseas competition, is looking to Asia to revive the region's fortunes with a more pliable product, plastic. A Thai chemical company and more recently its new South Korean partner are taking steps towards building a multi-billion-dollar petrochemical plant in eastern Ohio that would crack molecules of ethane, a byproduct of natural gas, drilling into the raw material used to produce plastic products. Ohio Governor John Kasich has said the project, which would create thousands of construction jobs and hundreds of permanent positions, would be a game changer. Kasich said in an interview with the Associated Press that the cracker plant could draw in other companies, much like Honda did after opening its Marysville assembly plant in 1982. Thailand's PTT Global Chemical has been working on plans to build a cracker plant for several years, injecting optimism in an area of eastern Ohio and northern West Virginia, where the effect of a shale gas boom on the local economy has been helpful but limited. The Dilly's Bottom plant, if built, would become the second petrochemical complex in the region. Royal Dutch Shell once considered building there, but instead chose a site about 80 miles north along the Ohio River near Monica, Pennsylvania. Construction of the $6 billion plant began late last year. It could be operational sometime in 2020. We at Asia News are praying for this project to be blessed so it can come to fruition. Now here's a new development. The Las Vegas of Asia has evolved into a diverse foodie destination. Macau's reputation for glitzy casinos and larger-than-life hotels may soon be eclipsed by its culinary chops. Just last year, the territory was named a UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy for its rich gastronomic traditions, while its profile is set to be raised further when it hosts Asia's 50 best restaurants in 2018 and 2019. Thanks to its status as the only legal gambling enclave in China, the former Portuguese colony has long been a magnet for big-budget entertainment brands like MGM, Wynn, and The Venetian. Macau's repertoire now includes everything from highbrow French cuisine to inventive Nikkei cuisine, a mashup between Japanese and Peruvian and Haute Cantonese. The over-the-top brand Lisboa Hotel alone houses 7 Michelin stars under its roof. In some ways, these global-trotting dining developments are a natural extension of Macau's DNA. During its 450 years as a Portuguese colony, the territory was a major trade link between Europe, India, Africa, and Asia. The exchange of spices and ingredients gave way to Macanese cuisine, typically considered a blend of Southeast Asian, Cantonese, and Portuguese traditions. Usually served at home-style Portuguese bistros and local diners, staple dishes include bacalhau or dried codfish, spicy African chicken, pork chop buns, and flaky pastel de nata. While more homely, low-key dining experiences are still at the heart of Macau's culinary scene, you'd be remiss if you didn't splurge on at least one fine dining experience while you're passing through this glitzy city. Looking for the hottest of the oat? Google these restaurants and you'll be amazed. Here's a few of them. Alain Ducasse at Morpheus, The 8 Restaurant, Aji, Lai Hin, and Golden Flower. Just mentioning these names make me crave for gourmet food. Yum. And talk about food, especially Asian food, right here in the entertainment capital of the world. Save this date, October 19, 2018, 5 to 9 p.m. at the St. Rose Dominican Hospital in Warm Springs, Las Vegas. Yes, that's the Asian Night Market, a free event for the entire family organized by the Asian Community Development Council and the OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates. All dishes are priced at $7 or less, so don't ever miss this event. For more info on this event, go to eventbrite.com and look for the Asian Night Market. Asian News with the Asian Culture Alliance reaches out to all the Asian nations represented in our community, that they be a part of our culture and social revolution. Please email us at community@actvlv.com or call 702-979-1388 for more information. Don't go away, Asian News will be right back.
Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor.
Hello, this is Antonio Carnota. I am a songwriter from Galicia, Spain, and I would love to invite you every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. to the most beautiful Colombian restaurant, Oiga, Mire y Vea, on Sahara Indicator here in Las Vegas. Come and enjoy a romantic evening with me, my songs, my piano, and your presence. I wait for you.
Sabor a mí.
In the words of Maya Angelou, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. And to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. In my segment, I like to take you on a journey to discover all those fun and exciting things we are missing in our day-to-day living. Welcome to Life with Style, and I'm your host, Shannon Yang.
In my segment, I'm going to take you to see all the fun and the high life, to experience all the high life that's happening in Vegas. And here today, I have a special guest in-house. And without further ado, I am going to let him say hi to the camera.
Hi, my name is Frank Wong. I'm from Louisiana, New Orleans area. They got a long bridge outside in New Orleans, Junior calls that. Manuel, that's where I'm from. I have a restaurant called Chui Yuan Cuisine of China. I've been there 37 years. In May 12 will be 38 years.
So Frank, tell us what brought you here?
Oh, my wife wanted to go see that concert.
The concert,
they see
music
two
concert?
concerts. Yeah, I went to. I didn't buy the ticket for myself, but when I'm in the front door, you know, I found a ticket, so I just went in.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know, all the songs, they didn't play the old song, so the new song I don't understand much.
Okay, but you like the old songs that they
Yeah.
played. Cool. So you just mentioned that you have a restaurant in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us what kind of restaurant it is?
I do the Chinese restaurant, but I adopt a lot of the local food, you know, like alligator, social crab,
Alligator.
crawfish, and that. I famous for my gumbo, but the Louisiana gumbo, I use all the ingredients. It's the Cajun way to do the gumbo, but I use the Chinese method. I don't overcook my seafood.
Oh, okay.
You know, they do
Just
that
tender.
No, don't overcook. When they overcook, they don't taste
yeah,
good.
they don't taste good.
Yeah,
right?
so what they do is that when they cook it, they put the seafood in that and cook to get the flavor. But for me, I cook, restaurant busy, I cook my shrimp, I save the stock, use the stock to make the gumbo, and I put my seafood, whenever the fresh seafood I got, I put it in the last minute. So you can eat everything.
Wow. So it's like pretty much it's like a pot with all the fresh seafood that you can
Yeah,
get.
you know, but for the local,
It's like Asian
except some of
fusion.
the good restaurant, they cook the seafood in the last minute. I'm always cook my seafood like a Chinese, Cantonese style. Keep the seafood fresh, don't overcook. Once you
Nice.
overcook the
They don't
seafood,
taste good
you kill the
anymore.
seafood.
Right, and also I believe you kill the nutrition as well.
Yeah.
And also the freshness as well.
Yeah.
So I mean you're making me hungry. So can you just giving me a list of all the signature food you have in your restaurant?
You know, like I'm famous for my alligator. In 1990,
Alligator, tell me a
Yeah.
little bit more about that.
in the old day, it's illegal to serve alligator or sell alligator.
Right.
And then I got a friend, got an alligator farm, and then he will give me the alligator tail with the tag in that, since I cannot sell them. So I will cook the alligator and let my customer taste it.
Okay,
And,
another way around.
Yeah, and once they legalize, he will cut the alligator for me fresh every week. So I start selling that. So I'm the first restaurant to serve that, and that you know, in the chef association in town, they asked me to cook the alligator, and that when 1999, Clinton office, they got a big party in the lawn at the White House. First day for all the Congress and senator. Second day is for the news media, and that I can tell you the story. The chef so nervous. 2.5 hours. They come up the front. They want me to cook the food. Then I didn't cook the food. I have people around take picture, and then 2 hours, 1.5 hours, 1 hour and a half hour. He stared at me. He said, "Well, half hours."
Wow.
Then I told my brother, "See, he getting nervous. We better start cooking the food." Boom, we run all the food out. And the next day he said, "You know what you're doing. Whenever thing is the right time, you do that." They didn't realize, you know, I in the restaurant business. I'm not like most of Chinese that stay home and making a lot of money and don't worry about outside stuff. I do a lot of charity events.
Yeah,
I
I
do
saw
a chef charity for children.
Yeah, that's what I
Soon I
saw.
go back. The third, I do the children hospital. I do many years. I love the children, and that I always do a lot of charity. Return to the community.
So you serve the
and
community
that
as well.
so, you know, once you return the community, you good thing will happen to you.
So you think that once you open, after you start opening to the community, you think that you actually got a lot more back than
I think so.
before.
For example, you know, 1 year, the Coronet Travel Magazine People Choice, you know, award. We got a #1 in the Chinese restaurant, and that they have full supply. They supply why the #1 restaurant, not in New York, not in California, in the little dinky city in Louisiana, when the #1. You know, people vote for you. You know, it's. I guess at those days, you know, I do a lot more charity. You know, I involve everybody. Hey, you know, you get the restaurant to do that. You know, food is free. You know, so we provide a service, good food. You know, and all that, and then they love that. I do the chef charity for children. I've done it for 40 years, and that cooking with Amo. You know, he's from New Orleans.
Yeah, I know you actually got you're the legend on
Oh, you know,
Best
the
Chef, right? The Best
chef association
on Food
give me the
Channel.
best chef, the legends. You
And
know,
you're one of the were you the only Chinese chef on there?
my brothers.
Okay.
Out of my brothers, nobody. You know.
Yeah.
I think my nephew too.
Yeah, so you're like
Yeah,
our
my
proud-
family.
Yeah.
We not just worry about making money, and we always involved with the community. You know, do nice thing with the community, and that you cannot just worry about making money. When you're making money, you also have to return to the community, give out back to the community.
Right. So let's go back to the alligator. So how do you cook the alligator?
I do stir fry alligator, I do one is Sichuan and one is stir fry with mushroom with a Cantonese but a little bit spice to it.
Why spicy? Why not like sweet or anything? Is it because it
You
complements
have
better?
to, whenever you have a restaurant, you gotta adapt to the local taste. Louisiana is
Spice.
a lot of spice, but I don't want to be over spice. And that you gotta adapt to local taste. You cannot take what it is in China, you expect the American will like it. You gotta know what they like. You know, you don't cook for yourself, you gotta cook for another people. So you have to understand what they like and you provide what they want. And in Louisiana, you know, I try to do crawfish, soft-shell crab, you know, it's a lot of local stuff, and they love that.
And would you call a restaurant a fusion restaurant, or is it more like a Louisiana style restaurant?
Kind of, they call me Louisiana Cajun, you know, cooking, you know, whatever.
Louisiana Cajun fusion.
But I do cook, you know, I mainly cook Cantonese, but when I cook, I do more spice than a normal Cantonese
Yeah,
cooking.
because to me, Cantonese food is a lot milder.
Milder, they get the
Yeah.
natural flavor.
Right.
But in the same time, I do a little bit difference, you know. Most of the people, you know, little of that. But I mix my spice ahead of time, so you can add more spice into that, your cooking, instead of then, you know, then you have to put salt, sugar, whatever you put. You know, you did that. It's limited what you could put on. But if you mix on the spice ahead of time, you can add a lot more flavor into that. You know, but I told a lot of Chinese they don't want to change it.
So it sounds like you are very passionate about creating new dish.
Oh yeah, I never believe, you know, just listen to somebody's recipe. When somebody bring me a recipe, I look at that, I understand that, and I always say how I can
Make it
improve
change
this
better.
recipe, make them taste better.
So can you tell me what brought you into this industry?
When my grandfather got a restaurant, my uncle got a restaurant in Vancouver, and when I come to United States, my grandfather in Amarra, Texas, up in the Panhandle, Route 66 in the old day, you know, the major highway before the interstate. So it's real famous. And that my grandfather had a restaurant there, my mother's side, grandfather. And that 20 years old, I start my first restaurant, 21 second, 24, I built one, ground up. 29, I built the one I have in Mandeville. And 34, I built 2 restaurants in 1 year. One in French Quarter, one in that's 1986, one in Hammond. But at the time, that's the 86, the oil crash, and we have a tough time. Then the one in the French Quarter, the rent is about $16,000 a month. At that time, it's a lot of money. So the money is not there. We're doing okay, but not making money. I say, forget it, you know. So we closed that one.
Oh, I see. So I mean, we talked so much, and you haven't even told our audience what your restaurant called.
Trey Yuen, Treyuan,
Yuan.
in Mandeville, Louisiana, and that later on, I guess they got some picture can show you. My restaurant is real pretty, all Chinese, a lot of antique, got a beautiful garden, waterfall.
Stop
in front.
showing off. Come on. But have you started about opening a restaurant in Las Vegas?
Oh, no, I just retired. I'm traveling a lot.
Okay,
since I retired, I've already been Asian a couple times, you know.
So
and
if you want to go and try Frank Wong's creation, then I guess you really have to really visit New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm probably going to pay a visit there because I'm really curious about how the alligator meat tastes like, especially with the Louisiana cooking.
Yeah, like I've been in New Orleans for 40-some years. I know about Mardi Gras. You know, the last year that Chinese consul coming in, the from Houston, ambassador, you know, consul general, come in here. The Chinese associate don't know what to do. They call me, and I set up everything for them. They were so happy because I know about that. Before they have a Chinese chef, and that he got his own floor, and that I usually go to so many those Mardi Gras ball with him. I sit in the VIP area. I catch so much beat in my life, it's unbelievable.
Wow, nice. So, I mean, one more question, which is also the last one because of time constraints. What would you say the difference between, I mean, if you would say that there's a difference between Chinese cooking in America and Chinese cooking in China, what would you say that would be?
You cannot bring the Chinese cooking exactly bring it over here. And then I met some Chinese chefs. They say, oh, your Chinese dishes didn't range really good. But I say, you don't understand that. In China, you can afford to hire a lot of people, arrange all your food, you know. But in here, American, it's hard to find the people to work in to begin with.
That's right.
You got to adopt the local, you know. You cannot bring what you got in China, bring it in here. It doesn't mean they work. You know, it's, you got to adopt whenever you go. You know, it's time, you know, what happened in China cannot be happening here. You can afford to hire 100 people in the kitchen in the hotel. Right. But in here, you cannot do that. You got to be fast and good. Mainly taste good. I don't care how good looking your food is, and they give you 100 points. By the time you put the food in your mouth, they don't taste good, they cut back to 20, 30 or whatever. So they got to be taste good to begin with. And a lot of people got an idea now, got all the cooking, you know, they make them look so good. And you go in and eat. I mean, when you come out, they're still hungry.
That's right. But thank you so much, Frank.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's really
nice
my pleasure
to
have you here.
Yeah.
And hopefully I will have the, you know, I will have the honor to taste your food one day.
You let me know, and that you find me, and that I can take you eat all the good food.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Louisiana got really good food. Known to have a lot of good seafood.
And especially spices. Thank you very much, Frank. That was very cool conversation we just had. Again, I really hope that I have the opportunity to visit Louisiana to try some of your delicious food, because I'm really intrigued about the alligator meat. Thank you again for being here.
Oh, don't forget to write to me about your thoughts for the show, or if there's a place you'd like to see in the town, or if you think your business is a real highlight of Vegas life and want it to be featured. We always do a lucky drawing among the viewers at the end of each episode and send out different surprises each week. No strings attached. So maybe you're the next lucky winner. Thanks for watching Shannon's Life with Style. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
This segment was brought to you by Be Asian TV.
Buying, keeping, or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you and your family need to make in your lifetime. Specify a home inspector trusted by the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors. F10 Inspection Services has been serving the Las Vegas real estate industry for many decades, which secures all inspections with a $10,000 honor guarantee. F10 Inspection Services, proudly Asian American. Call 702-374-7377 now.
This segment is brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
This is Melody Mojica on Home Sweet Home, and I have a beautiful guest right here on the set, Miss Andrea Yaisley, who is the owner and founder of World of Music and Dance. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So I'm really excited to have you on here because you're a new addition to our family here at Asian Culture Alliance. So tell us what you do. I don't want to be the one to ruin the surprise, but I'd like you to say it.
Okay, so as you said, I'm the founder of World of Music and Dance, which is a company that just explores all the opportunities for local artists and rising stars in the entertainment industry. I'm local to Las Vegas, and so we're currently working with the Asian Cultural Center, and we're building our student base. We want everyone, singers, dancers, musicians, you know, everyone is invited. And we are doing group classes for ballroom instruction, specializing in Latin and American styles. Okay. We have private instruction, and it's for every age, mostly with adults and teens. And then we do, group parties as well. So we celebrate as a group, go out on the town, and just enjoy everything that has to do with that.
Wonderful. So tell us about your background, Andrea. I know you're currently a professional dancer, a ballroom dancer. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you got involved in dancing.
Yeah, so I got involved with dancing because I loved hip hop and ballet and jazz, and I actually started an after school program with that in high school. And it really just got me interested in what different types of dance were available. And so I got into ballroom, and I really loved all the glamour and structure that came behind it. But I also kind of thought that, there's a market for something that's not there. And so my goal is to evolve ballroom into, millennial era with new different types of music, for younger generation, and, to kind of bring in a different dynamic of, to the genre and everything like that.
Wonderful. What would you say to those that are looking to try ballroom? Is this something hard? I mean, if they're hip hop dancers or even somebody that's brand new and feels like they have two left feet, what would you say to encourage someone like that to come?
Yeah, I work with students all the time that tell me they have two left feet, and it's so much different when you actually take a professional lesson with an experienced coach. So anyone can do it. You don't need any experience. If you have experience, that's a plus. And our group class is very welcoming. We have beginners, people who have never danced before, and then we have advanced students that love new students, and they help also. So it's very welcoming. It's very easy. And again, my background, I've worked all over the U.S. with franchise and non-franchise studios. So the syllabus never changes. The footsteps are always the same, and there's always a point to start from. And
wonderful.
And the Asian Cultural Center is the way to start.
How did you get connected to the Asian Cultural Center? I know your background. You have a little bit. You have a mix of Spanish or Mexican, and also the European mix in here. So how did you get in contact
with Asian culture? I love Asia. So,
thank you.
So Queen Ali International is also a company that does a lot of community service, and who I work with very closely. So Rachel Chen is the owner and founder of that, and she actually introduced me to everyone here.
Well, we're very, very, very glad that you found us and that we found you. What is the age of the students that you are currently teaching right now, or what is the youngest that should enter your class?
Yeah, thank you for asking. That's a great question. So we have a dynamic right now. I think our youngest is probably around 18, so it's about 18 and up. Close to that age is fine, but anywhere from 18 to older adults is fine. Anybody who wants to learn is welcome.
So do you encourage, are they couples or individuals that are singles? Would you be able to partner them up, or are they mostly all couples that attend the classes?
So actually, we have one couple right now out of a group of about 20. So couples are definitely welcome. They have an immediate partner, but you don't have to bring a partner to learn. Everyone's welcome, and it's actually better to kind of come to a group class to start, because you get to change. If you're a woman, you can dance with several different male leads, and get a different feel for how different people dance and vice versa.
Wonderful, wonderful. What would you say to, again, those that are looking to try something new, from somebody that does Zumba at the gym? Do you think that dancing as a fitness or health and fitness would come into the mix?
Oh, definitely. And that's why it's great for all ages as well. Ballroom dancing specifically has many health benefits. It's been proven through scientific research that it helps prevent Alzheimer's with older age. For a person who's younger, we have so much chronic disease in America just from desk jobs, being on electronics and things like that. So it helps with posture and just overall, body fitness. You're not targeting any one area. So it's a whole workout. You burn calories. It's a great social experience as well for maybe people who have a problem getting out on their own and talking to other people or going other places. Dancers in general are very welcoming people, and we all like to have fun. So it's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to maintain your health and improve your health. And, it's just a fun new hobby that is very affordable here. You know, we're doing free group classes right now, so.
Wonderful. That is so
For everyone.
great. It sure is.
Like water.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're really excited to have you on here. So again, the classes are on Saturdays. And
Yes.
what hours are those on Saturdays?
Yeah, so the classes are every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m.
1 to 3 p.m. and it's a free class.
Yeah.
So definitely, how can they get a hold of you? Now, aside from the free classes that you're giving, are you also taking private students and private lessons?
So private lessons are available as well. We work with couples, singles, and wedding choreography. If you have a special
perfect.
event, I'm open to doing that too. So you can go to acclv.com to find out more information about pricing, private lesson times that are available, and then also if you'd like to get in contact with me as well.
Wonderful. And I know we have a couple clips of you dancing out there in our studio here. So we'll be showing that.
Oh, great.
as well.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Andrea. You're beautiful, and we are really, really excited to have you here. I can't wait to join your class.
Oh, great. I can't wait to see you.
I might have 2 left feet.
Nope, I'll fix it.
Well, there you have it. If you're looking to dance, take advantage of the free classes right here at the Asian Culture Alliance Center in downtown, and look up her link on the acclv.com application so you can find out all the details of her free classes. So get ready, put on your ballroom shoes, and get ready to dance because it's happening right here at the ACC Center. Don't go away. This is Melody Mojica with Home Sweet Home. We'll be right back.
This segment was brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Gentleman number 1, gentleman number 2, gentleman number 3. Sir, the internet is down. Oh, no, not again.
No, where's our backup internet?
Look! Our backup internet saved the day. Thanks, LV.net.
Remember, the best place for backup internet is LV.net.
Be your office's superhero and secure your business with backup internet today. Call LV.net at 702-9000.
This segment is brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Philam TV on Asian News is brought to you by the Las Vegas Pain Institute and Medical Center. Hello, this is Doc Mike for Philam TV on Asian News. Another busy week of covering and announcing various Philam events here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and global scene. Las Vegas News and Global. The 2080 Lions International Convention host committee worked hard to provide attendees an enjoyable and memorable experience in Las Vegas, Nevada. In addition, they experienced a first-rate convention held at the MGM Hotel and Casino. According to Jack Epperson, past international director of Lions Club International, attendees took advantage of the many attractions offered by the entertainment capital of the world. Lions from around the world meet at the international convention, highlighted with a parade of nations held at the downtown Las Vegas.
And right now I have in front of the delegation from the Philippines, representing the different chapter in the Philippines.
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Mabuhay! Hello. Mabuhay.
So as you can see, there's also the International Association Lions Club from Nagcarlan Laguna from Philippines. And of course, I have Mandy Armando from Batangas City. And until when are you going to be here in Las Vegas?
About 3 or 4 July.
What can you say about this international convention?
Well, it's amazing. Actually, it's my first time in the U.S.
Mabuhay, Pilipinas! Very happy, Philippines!
This is the highlight of the convention. It's the international parade. Everybody is here, and so it's good to be here back. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas!
On local news, last Saturday, June 30, hundreds of Nevadans at the Keep Families Together rally in downtown Las Vegas, though more than 2,000 children reportedly still remain separated from their parents. Saturday protesters hope to put pressure on the administration to quickly get these kids back with their parents.
Hello, this is Doc Mike for Pilam TV on Asian News. Of course, on my left is Congressman Ruben Cuhen. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Okay, so what is your stand with regards with all of these issues?
Look, what they're doing to these children and these innocent families, tearing those kids apart from their mother, is immoral, it's cruel, it's inhumane, and it goes against our American values. America's better than that. I'm an immigrant myself. I crossed the border when I was 8 years old with my family. I can't even imagine being separated from my mother and not knowing anybody in this country or even being able to speak English. So what they're doing to these kids, it's cruel, and it needs to stop now. And we're sending a message to the president that he needs to stop these deportations of innocent families, the separation of mothers from their kids, and we're going to continue putting pressure on him until that stops.
Okay, thank you very much. That is loud and clear. Once again, this is Doc Mike for Pilam TV on Asian News. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
And we're inviting everyone to watch Jed Madela and Kay Brosas live in Vegas mismo on July 21st, 2018 at 7 p.m. at Sam's Towns live. For details, please contact Carly Banyares at 619-261-3215. This leading city has adapted to the fast-paced development of the bustling metropolis, even as it served as a bridge to the equally progressive cities in southern Tagalog. The city government of Muntinlupa invests in its people by providing them with quality education.
An additional 6 new school buildings were inaugurated by Mayor Jaime R. Fresnetti and Congressman Rupi Biasan, in line with the city's priority on programs for education.
To support this, the city government increases its budget to 50 million pesos per year solely for education.
As a matter of fact, in 2013, the city's budget on education was merely 21.5 million pesos only. And as the years went by, the budget now in 2018 almost reached 250 million pesos approximately. The government also gives additional school supplies and school facilities, such as the 5 newly inaugurated school buildings in the different schools of Muntinlupa. The first one to be inaugurated was the new building in Muntinlupa Business High School at Barangay Buli, followed by Kupang Elementary School. Brigada Eskwela 2018 was undertaken in all public elementary and high schools. Muntinlupa Elementary School was one of the schools which provided good coordination with students, teachers, stakeholders, local government units, and different organizations. Another is the inauguration of a new school buildings in Buli Elementary School and turnover ceremony to the new school's principal by Mr. Rolando S. Muldong. Finally, the last building inaugurated was Alabang Elementary School with 44 classrooms and was turned over to the officials of Alabang Elementary School. Hello, this is Doc Mike for Philam TV on Asian News, of course, in cooperation with Lingkod Bayan TV here in Muntinlupa. And I was grateful today to meet Congressman Rupi Biason. Hello po.
Yes, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
And congratulations for this great projects, turnover buildings. So far, how many buildings na po yung na-turnover ninyo?
Well, for the past 2 months, so we've been turning over, siguro this is our 5th, if I remember correctly, and we have another 4 more next month. It so happened that the projects were completed just before the start of the school year. So we're having the turnover this June and July.
So what's your criteria in choosing this building, and who are actually the constructor?
Well, actually for the sites, there has to be sufficient space. And then the requirement or the backlog of classrooms is existing. And then we let the Department of Public Works and Highways do the construction. So it's basically meeting the needs of the schools to achieve the zero backlog target.
Truly, the education program of Mayor Jaime R. Personetti is focused on zero backlog in classrooms, quality education, scholarship, and continuous construction of infrastructures for the future of our children. Education for all for education. This is Doc Mike for Philam TV on Asian News on Global Scene with Lingkod Bayan TV. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Philam TV on Asian News. At this point, I would like to thank my sponsor, Las Vegas Pain Institute and Medical Center. Again, this is Doc Michael Santa Juan at your service. Mabuhay! Philam TV on Asian News was brought to you by the Las Vegas Pain Institute and Medical Center.
This segment was brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance,
Buying, keeping, or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you and your family need to make in your lifetime. Specify a home inspector trusted by the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors. F10 Inspection Services has been serving the Las Vegas real estate industry for many decades, which secures all inspections with a $10,000 honor guarantee. F10 Inspection Services, proudly Asian American. Call 702-374-7377 now.
This segment is brought to you by Be Asian TV.
Hello, this is Pam Phan for Vietnam TV on Asian News. This week, I'm proud to announce a Vietnamese community event in Las Vegas. Each year, more than 20,000 Lions from across the globe gather together to celebrate International Convention. The convention offers an ideal setting to reunite acquaintances and make new friends, learn about other club and district projects, and make personal connection with international leaders and representatives from headquarters. Lions Clubs International celebrate its 101-year anniversary in the entertainment capital of the world from June 28 to July 3, 2018, primarily at the MGM Hotel and Casino, and in many resorts in Las Vegas as well. Aside from the typical convention experience and participating in convention service projects with Lions and Leos from around, all attendees had the opportunity to bond with Lions from more than 120 countries and geographical areas. The Las Vegas Vietnamese American Lions Club belongs to District 46 and participates as one of the host clubs. It also participates in the Festival International Parade of Nations. Everyone have fun in Las Vegas, especially at the world-famous strip that's over 4 miles long and has something for everyone to complete the weekend. Thanks for watching Vietnam TV on Asian News. If you have any events you wish to share with our local and global audience, please contact me at 702-461-4263. I am Pam Phan at your service. Pam Phan xin kính chào quý vị. Don't go away, Asian News will be right back.
This segment was brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
With the many recent changes and focus on immigration law, now more than ever is the time to seek the help you need from an attorney you can trust. As an immigrant myself, I know the many difficulties and hardships involved in immigrating to this great country. With more than 10 years of experience in handling immigration cases, our firm can provide the necessary answers and solutions to your needs. Call Calderon Law today so we can work together to help you get the peace of mind you and your loved ones deserve.
This segment is brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Hello everyone, Sabaidi. My name is DJ Miss Joy and we're here on Lao MTV. We're here today with our special guest from the Wat Lam, Mr. Ajahn Jim Star, and my awesome Mipat. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes, Sabaidi.
So Ajahn, how long have you been doing Natasin in Lao?
I started Natasin in Laos since I was young, 15 years old.
Since you were 15 years old?
Yes.
Wow, so that means that you're 21?
2 times.
Twice that. Okay, I see. So it's definitely your passion here. The first time I met you was through my Mepat, Miss Sue Chan. Thank you so much for coming. Not only are you such a great community leader as our president at the Wat Lam, thank you for being a curator to introduce me to Ajahn. How long have you been doing Natasin in Las Vegas?
I have been doing Natasin in Las Vegas over 20 years.
Over 20 years,
Yes.
Wow. Wow, so why is it specific that you teach the Natasin at the temple?
Why? Because I'm a Buddhist, and temple is that the place to meet someone's young generation to learn about our culture and traditional dance.
Yes.
Yes.
I absolutely agree. I know some of the students. How old are some of the youngest students that we have?
How many? We not
6, 7.
6, 7
years old.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're so adorable.
Yeah.
And a lot of the young people, when they come to the class, their personalities could be a little bit more detached from the community, but as they come and they learn and they're around the elders, they're a lot more respectful and how they greet, all of the elders. And I see them trying and being really compelled to learn more about Lao culture.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about Natasin. Sue, can you tell us a bit more about what LAM does for our community, and as the president, what your goal is?
Okay. Sabadi, my name is Vieng Suk Maktiparak Chen, or they call me Su Chen here. I was helping at the temple Lao community this is my 4th term already. It's like over 8 years.
Wow.
The temple is like the monk resident that we can have Buddhist people or welcome anybody come to our temple for the young generations to learn about our culture and tradition.
Yes.
That's why I asked John Jimmy come to the temple so he can teach the kids over there.
Yes.
And over there we're helping like poor people, all kinds.
Yes.
And special we have to bring the monk or the priest from Laos to teach us about the religion.
Yes.
Yes, that's a goal. The big goal is to carry on the Lao culture, Lao tradition to young
Absolutely.
generation. We came here as refugee many years ago, but we still want to keep that.
I agree. As a person that was first to be born in America by my parents who are refugees, going to the temple and being amongst the monks and hearing the meditation and the prayer makes me feel really happy and emotional, because I know that there's so much history that is involved in that. So thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
carrying
Thank you.
on that tradition. So Ajahn, will you be able to give us a little bit sample of what you do?
Of course.
Awesome.
You can sample for Lao dance,
Okay.
Champa Mương Laos. Champa is mean literally power of Laos.
Okay. Do you
sample
have
that.
can you show us what the champa flower looks like?
Yes.
Yes.
This Champa.
Oh, beautiful.
Or
Yes,
English
I've
they call
seen that.
frangipani. Yes.
Oh,
frangipani,
okay.
yes.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Ajahn, for taking the time out of your very active schedule and committing to the community for over 20 years. And I know that your passion will continue and you will share your teaching with everyone. Thank you so much for that beautiful dance. And I hope to see your next show and join in your dance again.
Okay, you're very welcome. Welcome anybody too. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in to Lao MTV. This is DJ Miss Joy, and we'll see you next week.
This segment was brought to you by Be Asian TV.
Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor.
Hello, this is Antonio Carnota. I am a songwriter from Galicia, Spain, and I would love to invite you every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. to the most beautiful Colombian restaurant Oiga, Mire y Vea on Sahara Indicator here in Las Vegas. Come and enjoy a romantic evening with me, my songs, my piano, and your presence. I wait for you.
Sabor a mí.
Your sweet little angel. You'll do everything to protect your bundle of joy. But did you know that using an ordinary baby bottle puts your baby at risk? Does your baby bottle do this? And this, even this. Switch to the amazing Zero Leak bottle with leak-proof nipple. The only patented nipple that can keep your baby safe from accidental drowning, choking, tooth decay, and ear infection. It is equipped with an anti-colic device which protects your baby's tummy. Its wedge collar makes feeding preparation easy. The amazing Zero Leak bottle is proudly produced in the USA by Mace Corporation. Order now. Call 702-888-1798 or visit macecorporation.com.
This segment is brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
สวัสดีครับ This is Gritapon Pothichalearn for Thai MTV on Asian News. Today we were talking about missing 12 soccer boys and a coach have been found alive and safe. This week could be a miracle and excited week for all Thai people, especially for the 13 families of a 12 Thai soccer boys and the coach. They have been found alive after 10 days missing in a flooded cave at Tham Luang, Chiang Rai, Thailand. Thank you so much for all the support from around the world, such as U.S. Air Forces, U.S. International Military, Thai Navy SEAL, volunteer doctor, medical support, UK Divers Team, Britain Communication, engineering teams, and experts from China and Australia. More than 1,000 lives has been worked together so hard, day after day, under a very difficult circumstance until they found all missing 13 alive and still in a good condition.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hello everyone, I am Candy Rosenberg for Thai MTV on Asian News. Today we will bring you to downtown Los Angeles where the action begins. Anime fans from all over the world went to Los Angeles for the largest annual anime convention, Anime Expo 2018. Over 100,000 fans attended this year. Our reporter Clea Vente was there experiencing this fun event. Here is Clea's report from Anime Expo.
Welcome to Anime Expo ค่ะ จัดที่ LA Convention Center นะคะ ในดาวน์ทาวน์ LA Cold water นี่ว้าแล้วใครจะถ่ายรูปกับใครได้บ้างเนี่ยเราต้องหาทางแล้วโอเคนะคะ เดี๋ยวค่อยเก็บตกเลยจริง
สวัสดีค่ะ ตอนนี้ค่ะอยู่ในดาวน์ทาวน์ LA นะคะกำลังพาไปเที่ยวงาน Anime Expo ค่ะวันนี้เห็นคนแบบว่าเดินเยอะมาก เดินผ่านออฟฟิศเยอะมาก ก็เลยว่า
ต้องไปเช็คเอาท์ซะหน่อยอย่างงานนี้นะคะมันจัดที่ Convention Center อยู่ห่างจากออฟฟิศแค่เนี่ยประมาณสัก4 บล็อกได้นะคะก็เดินไปเรื่อยๆเป็นการออกกำลังกายแล้ววันนี้เนี่ยคือวันศุกร์ที่6นะคะตุลาถือว่าเป็นวันที่อากาศเริ่มร้อนมากนะคะวันนี้มีฮีทเวฟมาอุณหภูมิตอนนี้ก็น่าอยู่ที่ประมาณ40 องศาเซลเซียสอยู่ได้นะคะเป็นร้อยกว่าองศานี่เห็นบางคนเห็นเมื่อเช้าก็เห็นบัตรก็เห็นดีแฮะเดี๋ยวว่าคอยดูไปเห็นเขาว่าเมื่อกี้ถามคนที่เขาเดินผ่านไปผ่านมาเขาบอกยังมีคนเยอะอยู่ก็เลยเดี๋ยวจะลองดูนะคะนี่ก็ถึงเวลากลับแล้วนะคะพอเก็บตกได้พอหอมปากหอมคอนะคะถ้าใครมีเวลายังมีเวลาอยู่นะคะสำหรับพรุ่งนี้วันเสาร์และวันอาทิตย์นี้นะคะยังมีเวลาอีก2 วันถ้าใครสนใจก็ยังมาดูได้นะคะค่าเข้าอยู่ที่1 วัน80 เหรียญหรือบัตรแบบ4 วันนะคะ130 เหรียญค่ะถ้ายังไงแล้วก็วันนี้แค่ขอลาไปก่อนนะคะบ๊ายบาย
It looks like Clear and the attendee had a lot of fun. I hope that all of our enemy fans who could not attend this year are able to attend next year. Tickets are already on sale on their website. Save the date, July 2019.
Thai class for kids this week will be held on Sunday, July 8th from 12 in the afternoon to 3 p.m. in the afternoon at Asian Culture Center, 333 South 6th Street, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89101.
Again, thank you for watching. I am Candy Rosenberg for Thai MTV on Asian News. See you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ
Thank you for watching Thai MTV on Asian News. We will be back. สวัสดีครับ
This segment was brought to you by Be Asian TV.
Hello, this is Keith Evans at the Lion Habitat Ranch. We'd like you to come out and visit our ranch. There's 38 lions, a giraffe that paints, ostriches, emus, and birds. We do school tours, general admission, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and behind-the-scenes tours every day of the week. Besides coming in as general admission, you can also pay extra to help our animals, and you can feed the giraffe. You can feed one of the lions, or you can have Ozzy paint a custom canvas for you. You can also buy Ozzy paintings in the gift shop. While we do our demonstrations at 12 and 2 of Ozzy painting, all those canvases are available for purchase. In addition to everything you can do here in person, you can find us on the website, lionhabitatranch.org, where you can make your reservations online or buy your paintings online. Thank you very much. Please come.
Gentleman number 2, gentleman number 3. Sir, the internet is down. Oh no, not again.
No, where's our backup internet?
Look! Our backup internet saved the day. Thanks, LV.net.
Remember, the best place for backup internet is LV.net.
Be your office's superhero and secure your business with backup internet today. Call LV.net at 702-9000.
This segment is brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Hello everyone, I'm Esmeralda Padilla Gold and welcome to Vegas Vibes. On Vegas Vibes, I'll be featuring amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas a unique global brand. And on that note, I have here with me Miss Lani Andal. How are you, Tita Lani?
Oh, very well. Thanks for having me.
I'm delighted to have you. Well,
it's not like we don't know each other. We know each other.
Yes, we
so
know each other from the Filipino community because you're one of the well-respected and trusted community leaders, Filipino-American leader. And I would like to read this one. Miss Lani Andal is a phenomenal singer back in the 1950s that continued on for 4 decades. Her hit single, Summer Valentine, was on the Billboard Top 100 worldwide. the very first Filipino American signed to the Columbia Records label, as well as the first Filipino American to have her own showroom on the Las Vegas Strip. Wow, how did you do that?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. But when you start out, and I started out when I was 5. So I was doing kiddie shows.
Yes, you were actually a child star on CBS television.
Yes. And that's when they would have all these musical comedy shows, and of course featuring the children, very much like the Mouseketeers.
Did you audition or were you discovered?
You know, I think because the school I was attending a dance school, a musical dance school, and everybody would enroll their children to learn a little music, a little singing, a little dancing, you know. And my mother enrolled me to become a tap dancer. To this day, I do not tap dance. But my tap dancing teacher would say to her, she can sing. And my mother was like, she can't sing.
Your mother did not know.
No, she did not know. So he said, let's get to the piano. And I was 5 years old, and he started to play a song called Them Their Eyes, which I had been rehearsing with him. And my mother was flabbergasted. She says, you do sing. Well, my dad and I would sing all the time. So when my dad was off, he would teach me songs, and that's how I knew I wanted to sing, but it was a secret because Mommy wanted me to do tap dancing.
So your father sang?
Yeah.
And your father was a Filipino?
Mm-hmm, from Taal Batangas.
And your mom was?
Russian German.
Wow, what a
What
nice
a
combination.
Yeah.
Well, so have you always wanted to sing?
Well, I didn't know that it was something that everyone didn't do, or I didn't realize that I was doing something special, because I always liked to sing, I enjoyed it. And when I was small, the idea that from a little kid came this big voice, then I'd be pulled in to do shows, very much like here, benefits, the Jerry Lewis Telethon, shows in New York, and then I was in The King and I on Broadway. So before you know it, you don't know that you're doing something different than the other children.
So what really encouraged you to pursue that career? Because I know you were born and raised in New York, and you perform in all the five-star hotels.
Yeah.
In New York. So tell us about that. How was that experience like?
Well, I'll tell you now, when you're in New York, it's like you need to get these gigs and get showcased and have exposure. And fortunately for New York, you have that. You have the nightclubs. You have, at that time it was called open mic, like not we have here, but would be like that night you can showcase your talents, you can sing, and then in the audience could be record producers, television people. So we'd find out in the show business paper where the next nightclub was holding these. And I was about 14, and I was making my way through all the nightclubs, and by the time I was 18, I was appearing at the Living Room nightclub, which was like the very chic-y type of place in Manhattan. And then I was on tour with different comedians. In fact, I just made a list of some of the comedians that I worked with, and it seems like all the comedians have named Jackie. So I was with Jackie Cooper, Jackie Cannon, Jack Carter, and then I just traveled. I just traveled the world.
Was that easy for you to do? I mean,
No.
you were a multiracial. I mean, was that? I know there was a lot of racism back then.
There is. I was just doing an answer question with Zen. You know Zen, and
Yes, Ms.
I think
Zen
she was like, I think a little bit emotionally upset with my response, only because she didn't expect it to be coated with prejudice and lots of rejection. In the 50s, Asian people were not the popular race of people, especially if you were biracial, and you did feel it. In the 50s, when you were a small child and people looked at you, they either thought you were Spanish. In my case, they thought I was Hawaiian. And there was a family that said to me, "Oh, you're Hawaiian." I said, "No, I'm Filipino." I mean, I was a little spit of a thing, and I was like, "No, I'm Filipino." The thing is, when I was a child, my dad and we spoke Tagalog and Castilian Spanish. I didn't speak English. And when my mother went to enroll me in school, the teacher said, no, she does not speak English. And to think today, if you are speaking several languages, what a plus that would have been. So my mother brought me to a tutor, and the whole summer I had to learn English in order to start in September. And then I lost it. We weren't living in a Filipino community or an Asian community in New York, and my dad was at work every day, so you lose it. It's literally, if you don't use it, you do lose it. But I did speak Tagalog, wrote in Spanish, and had the language right there because it was natural. When a child is that young, it's so natural for them to speak in the language that they're taught. And my dad had taught me Tagalog. But my mother was Russian German, and she was like, no, she has to speak English. So, but you do get exposed to a lot of people that were not accepting of biracial couples, nonetheless a biracial child. Until I was about 13, 14, and I was doing very well in school, and I was in all the musicals, anything artistic in school. I think I spent more time in school than home after hours, because then they'd have the dance club and the acting club, and I was there. And that's the thing that set me apart. It set me apart because that was my out. That was my companion. That was my best friend. Because when you don't have it in real life, then I think something inside me kicked in to preserve my sanity, to have my music as my best friend.
It's wonderful that you were able to face that challenge and you were able to come out and be one of the greatest artists of your time, right? Fast forward. Last June 2nd, you had a comeback. That's a very memorable day for you, and I was there to witness it. I opened for you, and it was truly an honor. Thank you so much for that opportunity.
No, thank you.
Well, having said that, you were given a standing ovation from the moment you walked in and from the moment you put down the microphone. How did that feel, coming back and having that kind of welcoming? It was very well accepted by our Filipino-American community.
I think the whole thing says it in the song. My first song was called Feeling Good, and I chose that song especially because coming back, it was like I must have known that the people would have been welcoming. I knew most of the people there, so I knew they weren't going to throw tomatoes at me, but still the whole thing was I'm feeling good. And that was the song, that was the message, that was the feel, and I think that's why they responded. Each of those songs, when you're putting together a show, it meant something to me because I've done those songs 30 years ago. Feeling Good, people think that Nina Simone made it popular.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling Good was written by Anthony Newley and Leslie Brickus, who did Smell of the Crowd, Roar of the Grease Paint on Broadway. And Anthony Newley wrote What Kind of Fool Am I? He's a fantastic, fantastic songwriter, was a fantastic songwriter. And I was doing that song in 1966. So it's not really a new song, but I wanted to feel good, and the audience didn't like me.
They loved you.
At least I had the song, to
Yes.
sing. So, every song meant something to me. I've done it in my shows. I was doing it because I was trying to keep a storyline through the whole thing, not just an assortment of songs, but take them through a journey with me. That's what I felt with my music. So, it was memorable. It was memorable for sure.
Are you working towards repeating the accomplishments of having another Billboard 100 hit single? Because I know you're a singer-songwriter as well.
Well, you never know. The world is out there, and I'm coming out of retirement. I've been part of the just regular community, service leader, participant. I never thought that I would have this opportunity again. In show business, when your time is done, your time is done. You don't really ever have a chance to come back and do it all over again. And I seem to have done it all over again. So right now, my partners and I, we are working on a huge concert. So
oh, wow.
Be on the lookout for one more time.
Miss Lani Andal is back.
She's back. This is what you do when you're a senior citizen. You don't sit down, you don't give up, you keep on going ahead.
Yes, keep pursuing your dreams. Don't stop. Right?
You want to know how old I am?
You know, that's my next question. I could not believe that. Are
69.
you 69? Oh my God, you look amazing.
That's the Filipino side. That's the Filipino side. But it's like when people say, my God, you're making a comeback. And I'm like, well, I feel like I should be like 89. But here I am 69, so I'm still enjoying this moment. And that I can have it again, yeah, this feels good. Like the song says, feeling good.
Well, I wish we had more time because I have so many questions to ask.
Part 2.
Part 2, yes. But for my last question, what pieces of advice or words of wisdom would you like to share to all our global audience and, of course, Las Vegas?
Well, I think I'm proof that as long as you dream it, you can make it happen at any age, at any time, and it's the greatest ride you can ever have. Last year, if you would have asked me, are you going to do a concert in 2018, I'd probably just be laughing. That wasn't in my horizon, and now it's given me another zest, a kind of flutter that usually you don't have unless you have a heart problem at my age. But you feel like, okay, let's do this one more time. So that's the enjoyable part. Don't give up dreaming.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Lani Andal.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.
And you'll be there.
Yes,
because I'm going to make
absolutely.
sure you're with me.
I'm here to support you all the
Thank
way.
you.
Thank you, Ms. Lani Andal. Thank you, everyone. Catch me again next time. But before that, I would like to thank my clothes sponsor, Anne Fontaine. They are located at the Forum Shops inside Caesar's Palace. Look for Miss Anna Billings. Catch me again next time. I'm Esmeralda Padilla Gold as I feature another amazing, talented personality here from Las Vegas. Thank you.
This segment was brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Gentleman number 1, gentleman number 2, gentleman number 3. Sir, the internet is down. Oh, no, not again.
No, where's our backup internet?
Look! Our backup internet saved the day. Thanks, LV.net.
Remember, the best place for backup internet is LV.net.
Be your office's superhero and secure your business with backup internet today. Call LV.net at 702-9000.
This segment is brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Immigration Matters with Fisha Calderon, only here on Asian News. This week, we're going to talk about ICE's current policy of arresting individuals even during adjustment interviews. The scenario goes like this. A U.S. citizen wife, Jane, married her husband from China 5 years ago. They have a 5-year-old child who's also a U.S. citizen. Jane filed an I-130 petition for her husband, and during the interview for his green card application, they brought with them a lot of proof about their marriage, including Facebook photos, their son's birth certificate, tax returns, bank statements, utility bills, everything. As it turned out, though, the husband had a prior deportation order from the immigration court issued 15 years or so earlier. So during the interview, the officer left for a few minutes and came back, both with the good news and the bad news. He said that he will approve the petition, which is the good news, but that ICE officers are there to arrest the husband to have him deported back to China. This is obviously the worst news ever. Is this scenario really happening nowadays? Unfortunately, yes. As you know, ICE, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is the agency of the government charged with arresting and deporting unauthorized immigrants, those who have no legal status in the United States, non-citizens who have criminal history, and those who have prior deportation orders, like Jane's husband. In the past, the government mostly left people without criminal records alone, focusing instead on immigrants who have only recently arrived or have been convicted of serious crimes. Presently, however, the administration emphasizes that everyone living here without legal status is fair game for deportation. In a growing number of cases, immigrants with old deportation orders that were never enforced are getting the go-ahead after an interview by USCIS, the agency that handles residency and citizenship, only to be arrested by ICE during the interview. This is really very scary, especially because there are many applicants for immigrant visas or adjustment of status who are placed in deportation proceedings without their knowledge. This could be for many different reasons, but the most common is lack of notice of the deportation proceedings, or their addresses have changed and the government sent the hearing notices to their old address. If an applicant for adjustment, like Jane's husband in our scenario, gets arrested based on a prior deportation order, ICE can have him deported right away without any additional hearing because they are just now enforcing a prior deportation order from the court. In that case, the only way to possibly stop immediate deportation would be if there is an immigration court that lifts the deportation order by reopening the case or issues an order temporarily stopping the deportation. As you can see, attending an adjustment interview, even if the applicant is married to a U.S. citizen, is not necessarily a guaranteed way to get a green card or legal status in the United States. I strongly advise those who have had prior brushes with the law, whether it's with the police or any law enforcement or immigration officers, to check extensively their records, possibly get their complete files first before starting any new immigration process. Remember, applicants have to go extensive security checks when they apply for green cards, and the government would have those records somewhere. It's too risky to file applications and show up for an interview without knowing your full immigration history. There you have it. We hope that you've learned something new today regarding immigration. To our dear viewers, if you have immigration questions, feel free to call us at 866-936-2404 or email us at asian.news@vasiantv.com. I'll do my very best to answer them right here on Immigration Matters with Visha Calderon. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Same time, same channel. Attorney Visha Calderon, at your service.
This segment was brought to you by Asian Cultural Alliance.
Buying, keeping, or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you and your family need to make in your lifetime. Specify, a home inspector trusted by the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors. F10 Inspection Services has been serving the Las Vegas real estate industry for many decades, which secures all inspections with a $10,000 honor guarantee. F10 Inspection Services, proudly Asian American. Call 702-374-7377 now.
Welcome back to Asia News. The Asian Culture Day 2019 celebration preparations are already underway, and the Asian Culture Alliance is now beginning to raise funds for the annual event. Check out asiancultureday.org for information on how to participate. Asian Culture TV produces and assembles TV programs weekly, including Asian news in English and Chinese versions, original Asian content, and our featured educational classes. To learn more about these programs and have a sneak preview of all upcoming programs, visit actvus.com. And if you wish to become a proud sponsor of any of our program or simply want to advertise your business in this channel, please call 702-979-1388. What are you waiting for? I'm Melody Mojica. Until next time.
Chinatown, reaching Asians locally and globally.
This has been a presentation of VATV.